What's going on, guys? This is a much different upload than what was originally scheduled. I was in the middle of uploading today's video, which was the AEW Dynamite review, a very special review from last night where I got to review the show in real time. I don't always get to do that. I know you guys like that style of review, so it's a very special AEW Dynamite review. I was real excited to get that out to you guys. All I had to do was put the finishing touches on it. Thumbnail, go out to my channel members for about an hour or two first, and then everybody was going to get that Dynamite review. But as I was putting the finishing touches on that upload, I got news about Hulk Hogan. And that AEW Dynamite review became secondary. It was almost like it didn't even matter. And it's unfortunate because a lot of, time, effort, thought went into that upload. It's on the channel, I believe. It's like under unlisted or channel membership. But it'll go out to all of you guys either this evening or tomorrow. Don't worry, you will see that AEW Dynamite review eventually. Subscribe, notified, you guys know the deal. You'll be the first to know when that goes live for everybody. But that Dynamite review will get out to you. But this just takes precedent, obviously. And if you haven't heard the news about Hulk Hogan, it's heavy. It's very heavy. Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71. I'll give you a second to digest that. Hulk Hogan has passed away. For BC, he's one of the three, which is the reason that BC does these videos, why BC has this channel, why you guys are able to catch all the entertainment that I dish out to you guys. It's because of Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Ultimate Warrior. That's it. I mean, we can go down the line in the Ric Flairs and the Roddy Pipers, no question. We can go into different eras and start talking Undertakers and Stone Cold Steve Austins and Rocks, no question. We can go to the mid-card. Some of my favorites, the Big Boss Man. I don't care if it's a Tito Santana, a Mountie. Hercules Fernandez. Doesn't matter. Those three is the reason why BC fell in love with professional wrestling. When we say larger than life, Randy the Macho Man Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan were larger than life. And Hulk Hogan put the business on his back. Vince McMahon has said time and time again, without Hulk Hogan, we go out of business. No matter how you feel about Hulk Hogan, I get it. I get it. Like many of us, said dumb shit, did dumb shit. I get it. In terms of professional wrestling, the icon of icons would be Hulk Hogan. And I know a lot of fans are still so young, you don't realize how important Hulk Hogan was. You don't realize it. How big Hulk Hogan was. So we compare Rock to Hogan, John Cena to Hogan, Roman Reigns to Hogan, Warrior to Hogan. Nobody could compare. If you only knew, if you were able to live through those 80s, the rebirth in the late 90s with WCW and Hollywood Hogan, but the 80s, late 80s into those early 90s, if you lived in that era, there's nothing like it. And it's why wrestling was able to even bloom into what it became late 90s into 2000s. And then the NWO reignited the business and forced WWE to go with a little more attitude. You get none of that without Hulk Hogan. None of it. Props over to Nash and Razor Ramon Scott Hall as well, by the way. Bischoff for allowing it to happen and then putting a lot of good thought behind it. When you talk about how important one individual can be to pro wrestling, aside from Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan's right at the top. Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71. From what we know, reports stating medics were dispatched to the WWE Icon's Clearwater, Florida home early Thursday morning with operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. Heart attack. Officers and responders were trying to resuscitate him as they were taking him out of the home. There was pics and videos from those in the neighborhood. And you could see them bringing him out, a whole huddle of people around Hogan, and they were still trying. In fact, he was not pronounced dead until he actually was at the hospital. So that's how much they were really trying to revive Hulk Hogan. The call came in at 9:51 a.m. But he was not pronounced dead until he was at the hospital. A couple of weeks ago, reports stated Hogan wasn't doing well. Hogan's wife denied the severity of a lot of those reports and stated he was not in a coma, like some reports suggested. Eric Bischoff pretty much said the same thing. A lot of those reports are exaggerated, but yes, Hulk Hogan is beat up. The surgeries and age and everything he's got going on, it takes a toll. Bischoff was pretty candid about that, but did lessen the severity of a lot of those reports, like Hogan's wife. Reports were adding up, though. Reports were adding up that Hogan, and there was a quote, was on his, quote, deathbed. But still, Hogan and his team remained defiant to address the severity of his situation. You got to truly believe, and if you know the mindset of Hulk Hogan, you have to truly believe, no matter how bad it was getting for Hulk health-wise, he truly believed he was going to kick out at 2.5. Hogan was going to kick out at 2. That's how Hogan always thought of. In Hulk Hogan's mindset, this is true. He always felt he was going to have another match. He was always doing all these surgeries, not just to feel better and walk better and all of these. That he, in his mind, Hulkamania could have another run. This business was his existence. Terry Bollea, somewhere down the line, became Hulk Hogan. And I guess sometimes that's what you got to do to become larger than life. But you still have to know the line. And perhaps Hulk, maybe Terry Bollea didn't know that line. And family and close friends, they stated that time after time. But you got to believe he was going to kick out at 2, man, or at least that's what he felt, no matter how bad this was getting, because he did time after time. Randy Savage and Warrior, they passed away, I believe, in their 50s, correct? One 50, the other 55, something like that. Hulk Hogan, who did a lot of wild stuff like they did back in those 80s and early 90s, took a lot of things he probably should not have, and still clicked into his 70s. You never wanted to think it, but it was kind of in the back of your dome piece. The Ric Flairs, the Hulk Hogans, with all of that they've done, extra substance-wise, extracurricular activities, with all that they've done and went through, and as the years tick on, how much more is in that windshield, not in the rear view? Hulk Hogan passed away at the age of 71, cardiac arrest. After over a month of reports that he is not doing so well. He's had so many surgeries, guys. His back was an absolute mess. Walking became it became undoable. It came to the point where his last several appearances for WWE, he'd have to just go to the top of the stage, and that was a chore. Couldn't go to the ring. When walking becomes that difficult for somebody like Hulk Hogan, you know the pain that he's in. It sucks that he was booed. His last appearance was LA, correct? I think that was his last WWE appearance. And he was booed, and a lot of people believe it's for what he's said in the past. And that created this whole firestorm of Hulk Hogan is just he's so bad. And they were booing him because of what he has said in the past and judging the person that he is based on that. A lot of people feel a lot of those boos were because of the political party that he is associated with. Listen, he passed away, man. That's, however you feel on that is your prerogative. It still sucks that that will be his final appearance for WWE, getting booed like that. Even if you want to say it's justified or it's warranted, what he has given to the business, you would hope that when he comes out that he would get a really good response and feel that love. And I understand things that he has said and done makes that hard to do for some. I get it. I'm just saying it sucks that that was the case in totality. That we even got to the point where he got booed like that because it's Hulk Hogan. And again, if you grew up in those late 80s, early 90s, you know how important he is. So it's hard to listen and watch somebody of that stature get booed like that. No matter what the reasoning, I get it. Everybody has their own prerogative and reasoning for booing, cheering, liking somebody or not. It sucks that that'll be his last appearance, and that's how he felt that people felt about him. It just sucks, that's all. Justified or not, that's your prerogative. It sucks that that's the situation. And that he couldn't go out knowing how loved he was. And I'm pretty sure he'd tell you a billion times he wish he did some things differently. I think we all do. The old saying, nobody's perfect. But Hulk Hogan, I've always said, he was the ultimate entertainer. He always wanted to give you all of Hulk Hogan. Whether in pain, whether he just wasn't feeling it on that night, he would give you everything. I always point to WrestleMania 21. I forgot the whole exact... He was coming out to save Eugene. Remember Eugene? He was being attacked. Something Hassad, I think his name was. He was attacking Eugene. And Hulk Hogan's music plays. Hulk comes down, saves Eugene, takes a chair shot, delivers a big boot, some punches, throws the dastardly heels out of the ring, and we start celebrating Hulkamania. The music's playing, he's posing. He goes all the way up the ramp. They need to kill some time for WrestleMania 21. I don't know if a match got cut short for a reasoning or not, but they stayed on Hulk Hogan. And he goes all the way up the ramp. And he goes to the top of the ramp, and right there it should be cut off, right? Every wrestler, once you start going to the curtain, they pretty much call it. Wrestlers today especially, once they start heading toward the curtain, they feel the segment is over, even if the camera's still on them. They're going through the curtain, that's all you're getting from me. Hulk Hogan, you go back to WrestleMania 21 and you watch Hogan go back through the curtain. I don't know if he knows the camera's still... He doesn't care. He's going to give everybody in attendance everything he's got. As he's going through the curtain, he's fist bumping. As he's going... You don't see that with wrestlers. You don't see it. You don't see wrestlers giving it their all till they're back through the curtain. Most wrestlers, that's it. Give me my money. I gave you my segment. Hogan is fist bumping, rocking the crowd as he's going back through the curtain. He's trying to get the crowd still rocking. And right before that, he stayed on the top of the stage and kept posing for another couple of minutes. He gave you everything. The ultimate entertainer. As MJF would say, he made you feel something beyond most. Hulk Hogan, as I said, I can just give you a personal story, man. He was the reason. As a kid, what I would do, you ever see the shopping bag? They don't do them anymore because there's no plastic bags, I don't think. They did away with plastic bags. Save the sea turtles, I get it. So what I would do, though, right, because I was just a kid, right? So I would take those old plastic shopping bags you get at Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Wegmans, whatever, the Piggly Wiggly, and I would rip the bottom. You could take a little plastic shopping bag, rip the bottom, and it becomes like a tank top. It becomes a tank. You rip the bottom because you got the handle parts, and you just put it over your dome piece, and it becomes a little shirt. And it was easy to tear off like Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother? As a kid, I would just run around the yard and just start ripping shopping bags because it's my Hulk Hogan shirt and it's easy to rip. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hulk Hogan, man. You had to stay up as a kid for Saturday night's main event. Doesn't matter if it was 1 a.m. You were begging your parents to wake you up because you had to see Hulk Hogan take on Zeus. Or whatever the deal was. The first match I ever watched. I don't think it was live when it was happening. I might have been too young for that. But the first match I ever watched, not too far. First match I ever watched, actually remembered. Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy. Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy. And it was a cage match. WrestleMania 2, I believe. WrestleMania 2, cage match with King Kong Bundy. I'll just never, that was my first, and I was just hooked. The music would click, and Hulk Hogan, I never, if you noticed on this channel, I never bashed Hogan, even when everybody's bashing him. For whatever reason, I get it. Some things I don't get, but it became the thing to bash Hogan. All right. If you notice, I never did that on this channel. Because when it comes to pro wrestling, I always put respect on that name. Because he's the reason I'm even doing this. Legit. 3 names, and they came together at the right time. Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Jim Hellwig, and Hulk Hogan. That's it. It's the reason I'm even doing this. It's the reason I still love pro wrestling today, and I'm such a harsh critic, because I truly want it to get better. And I know that wrestling is nowhere near where it should be and could be, if given the right time and effort from the suits and ties at the top. It's why I'm so passionate about pro wrestling. It's because of people like Hulk Hogan. So I'm recording this right after I found this out. Again, you guys were getting an AEW Dynamite review. It was just a thumbnail and a couple more little side edits, and it was, again, I think it's already on the channel under unlisted or maybe for channel members. That's what you were getting, man. And that's just been put to the side. So it's on the abyss of the channel right now. When that goes out to you guys, I have no idea. Maybe even this evening. AEW Dynamite, a very special Dynamite review, where we're going to talk about, if you're going to say Raw was good, then we have to talk about Dynamite, because something isn't adding up. I was really excited to get that review out to you guys, man, but this story I just got right before recording this. That was put to the side. We have to talk about Hulk Hogan. So what I'm saying is I haven't fully even digested it yet. I haven't even really comprehended this. It's wild. It's wild. They say it comes in threes, right? The Huxtable. What was his name? Malcolm from the Cosby Show. He had passed away, and that was huge. That was a lot of our childhood, man, in the Cosby family. Or the Huxtables. And then Ozzy Osbourne. And I remember just saying, oh, for the celebrities, man, it comes in threes, especially, who would have thought Hulk Hogan? Guys, I'm going to comprehend this a little bit more. I just want to give you guys a word from WWE and even Hall of Famer Ric Flair, because I just feel that's notable. There's going to be a huge outpouring. Maybe we'll even do a follow-up to this upload after I comprehend and digest this story a little bit more. And then maybe we'll have some more, a lot more feedback from the community itself, but I do want to give you guys the word from WWE. WWE, this is a quote, is saddened to learn that WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan has passed away. One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. I want to make an alteration to that, man. You didn't have to say the 1980s. Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition, period. Because there is no there's no WWE in the 1990s without Hulk Hogan in the 80s. Vince McMahon stated that. And if WWF didn't become what it became, pro wrestling would not even look like it is today. Ric Flair, an absolute legend in this industry, obviously. He says, I am absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend Hulk Hogan. Hulk has been by my side since we started in the wrestling business, an incredible athlete, talent, friend, and father. Our friendship has meant the world to me. He was always there for me even when I didn't ask him to be. He was one of the first to visit me in the hospital with a 2% chance of living, and he prayed bedside. Hulk also lent me money when Reed was sick. Hulkster, no one will ever compare to you. R.I.P., my friend. It's wild, the resurgence of the Hogan name in WWE with fans stating that it's such a bad thing, right? He's burying people. He's holding people down. He's always putting himself over. So now you're hearing Becky Hogan or Rhea Hogan. And they're just attaching the last name Hogan as if that's some bad thing. Well, I like what Becky's been doing lately. She's been coming out with the red and yellow attire, playing into it. And Becky telling Lyra that I was just doing at Evolution what I always do, coming out winning and holding everybody else down. I really hope Becky continues to do that, and I hope a lot of pro wrestlers, not just remember what Hulk Hogan meant to the industry, but don't be afraid to tell those stories. Put them in some promos and talk about his successes. It's okay to do that. It's professional wrestling. Mistakes aside, it's in the pro wrestling world. He's the reason a lot of those people, most of those individuals are in that ring right now. I take that back. All of them. Because again, without Hulk Hogan, you don't get this WWE. You don't get that stage to perform on. So I think the best way to end this upload is to give an absolute massive salute to one of the three individuals that is the reason that this channel is here for you guys. The reason that BC fell in love with professional wrestling, and I know a lot of you guys. So, to Hulk Hogan, family, friends, in the entire wrestling world, we say, salute, Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother, when Hogan rocks those heavens? Savage, warrior, get ready. There's a run-in, man. There's a run-in. Hulk Hogan's music just hit up there. Aw, shit. It's about to get really big up there, man. Don't make it a triple threat. We don't do that, man. You're gonna rock the 80s. You ain't gonna do any of this triple threat nonsense. Maybe a tournament. Are they gonna do a tournament? Randy Savage, he won that WrestleMania 4 tournament, man. That was actually when tournaments were done correctly and there was prestige behind them. I'm going on a side rant. Hulk Hogan, we salute you, man. Thank you, honestly, for the career that you gave us, the career that you had, and for making pro wrestling, man, something that was larger than anything we've ever come across. You won't be forgotten, dude. Salute. Hulkamania will always live on.